like we're just rolling right now because this is the great part about this podcast is that we just have these conversations. We decided to start rolling because this is funny and we got everybody here. I'm in Budapest, Hungary. We're talking about penises for those of you that are just joining right now and the size of penises because Bryce's question here. This is going to be the Q&A podcast. If you're just jumping on and you have no idea what's happening right now, we're mid-conversation talking about penises. Great thing this is a relationship show. Or
girth.
So we think it is.
Length.
So So anyways, I'm telling a story, dear. I'm in Budapest, Hungary, and we go to this Turkish bath, and I'm with one of my employees. This is fucking 20 years ago, 15 years ago, however long it was, 10 years ago. I don't know. This was years ago. And we're in this Turkish bath in Budapest, Hungary, and I go to the concierge, and I'm like, I want to go, because Budapest, Hungary is known for having more Turkish baths per capita than anywhere else in the world. And so he's like, do you want like the American type of bath or do you want the real deal Turkish bath? I'm like, I want the real deal. Anyways, long story short, we go there, we walk in. It almost looks like you're in this dingy ass hospital is what this place looks like. I'm like, the fuck are we getting ourselves into? And there's a little window. You knock on the window, the lady slides the thing open, and we're like, two, and you pay them in huff as their money, and it's like $1 million huff or whatever the fuck it is, because the exchange rate's hilarious. Anyways, this dude walks out, and he has a white, like scrubs, like a scrub shirt. You know, you see doctors with blue scrubs. He's got white scrubs on, and it's like super tight, chest hair just bulging out at the top of this thing, and he's got these white booty shorts, like bulging. The dude's bulging. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is crazy. He's like, follow me. He doesn't say that because he's speaking English, but this is follow me motion that's universal. So my employee and I follow him. And my employee is this British kid who's smaller than Ginger. He's little. He's a teeny fella. He's a little fella. He's pushing 5'6". You're taller than that. Anyways, we go in there and he hands us these things that they look like napkins and they have strings on them. And he's like, points to these two lockers. And once you walk in, then it's a little bit more presentable. It's like nice, whatever. Hands these two things. We walk in. We had brought board shorts and shorts because, you know, you're going to Turkish bath. And I'm like, fuck this, when in Rome. And so it's two strings and it's literally like a 12-inch by 12-inch napkin. And you put it on. And you just tie it around you. So ass cheeks are wide open. And you're hanging out, but you got a thing covering your dong, right? So I'm asking him in the locker next door. I'm like, "Yo, you're putting on your little napkin, right?" And he's like, I don't even remember what he said, but you could tell he was uncomfortable as fuck, right? So we come walking out, and I'm like, "Bro, we're not walking behind or in front. Like, you walk next to me. Like, one of us is getting the ass in this walk." So the guy comes back out, leads us in, and I'm just telling the story because it's a great fucking story. Leads us into one of the most exquisite buildings I've ever seen in my entire life. This place is like 600 years old. It's like, it looks like an igloo. And there's thousands and thousands of pieces of stained glass in the ceiling, which is what's letting in the light. And it was like truly, truly, truly exquisite. And in the middle is this huge natural spring-fed pool that's like hot water. Like, what do they call those? Hot springs. It's like a hot spring, natural hot spring. And there's pocket ones on the side. Some of them are hotter, whatever. So we go walking in, and we had paid for massages at this Turkish bath. So the guy grabs my guy, pulls him in first. He goes in first. I sit in one of these pools. And you ever sit in a pool with a napkin around your dong? It just like floats up. So you're kind of like, yeah, whatever. Sitting there with my arms around this thing. And we were there the day that was just men only. They do co-ed, but we were there during the men's day. So it's just all dudes. And this is like, you get your boys together and you go down to the bathhouse and they're just speaking Hungarian, talking their shit, doing their thing. And Hungarian men are big men. They're just fucking beastly men, right? Anyways, he comes out and he looks at me and he's like, prepare to be ravaged. And I'm like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? He hops in the pool. I go walk into the thing and there's this steel bed with like a sheet, and the guy motions to me, and it's like an old school mafia movie. There's 5 or 6 dudes sitting in chairs reading papers. They watch me walking in, speaking Hungarian. I know they're making fun of me for something. Go in there, I get the massage. We'll save the massage story for a different day. He just fucks you up. This was nothing pleasurable. He's squeezing the shit out of your body. Like, literally, nothing is sacred. He rubs you down with this lotion shit. It's like soap, spins you around, like on your ass, the whole thing. hoses you off. There's literally a handheld hose. He's hosing you off. Anyways, the point of the story was about penises. We haven't gotten to the penis part yet. It's bad, bro. Like I'm on,
this is
here's
the foreplay of the story.
But here's what's funny is I'm laying on this thing, and he's like, he picks my leg up, and he's like, put it. You know how you get the stretch with the thing with the trainer? Well, I got a thing covering my dong, and it just flips up, and it was that moment where I was like, fuck it, I'm all in. I'm just gonna enjoy this experience. My legs up, my dick's hanging out, the whole thing. Anyways, yeah, trust me, we were not in the. It was shrinkage. You seen George Costanza? I was in the pool. I was in the fucking pool. I was scared, really what it was. And when you get scared, your penis does things. Anyways. So I get this massage. The guy, and I know what getting ravaged is, and he just really just.
I was good in bed.
Anyways. You are, what? What does this have to do with being in bed? Anyways, we walk out. I get back in the little thing, and we sit in the hot tub. I'm like, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. We're sitting there. And no shit. You always hear about black guys having the biggest dicks, but don't know I haven't seen very many black dicks. However, the largest penis that I've ever seen was on a Middle Eastern man. Now, this dude had swag like I've never seen. He had his little sheet, his little napkin, strung up over his shoulder, and he had a newspaper under the other shoulder. And he's walking towards me on this, like, pool deck area thing, and I shit you not, his dick was like down to his knees, and it was just da-dong, da-dong, da-dong as he's walking, and it was one of those things where you couldn't not look. You can't not look. You're like, what in Christ's name is that? I mean, he doesn't speak English, so I can't talk to the guy, but kind of the universal code of, I'm sure you make movies in whatever country you're from, buddy. But circling back, no pun intended, to the original thing, what the fuck do you do with that thing? Besides make movies. What do you do with it? It was the biggest freaking penis. This is 14, 15 inches long.
Soft.
Flaccid.
He's just strolling. He's just walking. He's just, da-dong. It's bouncing off of his legs. And I'm like, what the fuck do you do with that? How do you even put your pants on? How do you wear shorts? You can't wear shorts. You get shorts, your fucking dick's hanging out the bottom of your shorts. You're literally permanently wearing sweatpants. And people are like, what's wrong with this leg? There's like 2 legs in there.
Do you get lightheaded when it's full? Like, is it?
I don't know. Ask the guy at the fucking
That's a lot of
bathhouse,
blood.
man.
That's
I don't know.
a lot of blood.
That's my penis story.
So back to the original question.
Great job, guys. This is
Length or girth?
the 3rd episode of the Sean and Sack Show.